Hello guys, welcome to the second part of this Bootstrap tutorial. Uh, Over the first part of the tutorial, we worked on certain things like how to add headings, how to add display, how to add text decoration, how to add colors for text and colors for background. So you can go over the first part of the video. We also talked about padding, margin, and borders, and the rest of other parts of the video. So you can go over to the first part of the video, part one. This is a part two video, and we're just going to be talking about uh, how to use columns, navbar, accordions, forms, off canvas, footer, and the rest of other useful tools. I can't talk about everything in Bootstrap, but at least this will get you started. Bootstrap has a whole lot of documentation. You can search through and check for many other things you need as a developer. Okay, like I said in the first part, Bootstrap is a CSS framework used to add certain functionalities and styling without using external or internal or inline CSS on your website. Okay, so to get Bootstrap, we simply go to getbootstrap.com, and first thing we do, we either use npm node package manager, or we can use the CDN. I used the CDN the last time, and I use the CDN for the CSS. Since we'll be adding navbar and it's going to contain some JavaScript, we're going to be using the CDN for JavaScript. So we just click on copy, and we go to the head part of our HTML file, and we paste it. I've already created a comment here. Oh, script. So this is for JavaScript, and let's just start by adding a header. So this is what our website looks. I will just basically delete everything here. I go to the body, I delete everything, and I want to create a header. I can say header begins here, header ends here. Okay, so if we want to add a header, we simply search for navbar in Bootstrap. So we go to Bootstrap and we go to docs, and we can simply search for navbar. So navbar, okay, I put a space, sorry. So we can search for different types of navbar. So this is one style, this is another style, this is another style. These are all headers or navbar, whatever name you want to give it. This is another style. So I'll just be using, let's say, the first one. Okay, I'll just be using maybe the first one, or yeah, I'll be using this. So I copy this and I go to our header or navbar and I paste this. Okay, so it contains a lot of classes here. I won't be going into everything, but these are like for the background color. Okay, so this is for like the background color, the first class for like the container, the background color, and we can simply change a lot of stuffs in through customization. So we can simply change the site name. I can give it maybe nature, just a nature website, and we can say nature, and we can simply change the background, drop down, add so many things. I won't be going into that. I'll just make it as brief as possible, but you can add whatever you want. You can say home, you can say about home, we can say about here, okay. Then this drop down, we can say things like more, you can say more, and we can say things like vision, sorry, Oh, spell that wrong. Mission and mission. I can say things like gallery. Okay, and we can also say things like um, contact. Okay, let me leave this contact part. I can say things like FAQ. It's not very professional putting FAQ in the header, but you can see you can add, customize, and link the page. Okay, this is also disabled. Okay, we can disable this by changing the class name from here. Disabled. It's now we're now able to link this page to anything. So I can put this as a contact. Okay, so we can add our names. You can put a search and search for stuffs and all that. So you can see how fast we can able to build a header. We can change the background color of the header and everything. Okay, so I won't be going into that. You can do that. We have class names here for everything. I've addressed everything: yellow, green, and everything. Okay, so the next thing I want us to look into it's let's try and add a carousel. I didn't add it here. I can say a carousel. Carousel is like a picture slider. So remember, we go to Bootstrap. If we want to search for anything, and we go to the documentation, docs, and we can simply search for what we want to search here. I put carousel. If I can't find the carousel in the latest version, I can step down. Let me see, autoplay carousel. Okay, this is we can use this. So this is just a simple carousel, a simple slider. I copy this and I go to the other hands here. I go to the body and oh sorry, so we can go to the carousel. Let's try and add a comment for the carousel. So I say carousel begins. Comments are very necessary so that if we want to change anything in the code, we can easily identify where our code is. So I can say carousel and here. So I paste this carousel, and I think we have about 3 pictures, but you can add as much pictures as you want. Okay, so we have nothing on the website, but I've added an image folder here. You can add an image of your choice, and we can link these images. So I can say I want the first image, assets, images, carousel 1, assets, images, carousel 2, assets, images, carousel 3. We can simply duplicate this, copy, and change the image here. That's 3, so we can make this 4. So that's good to go. So if we were to go back to our website, we can see we have added a carousel here. We can simply slide this. It's moving very fine. So everything is fine. So we can see how fast we've added these pictures. It would have taken us a lot of JavaScript and using loops and everything to create this, but you can see with Bootstrap we've been able to do this very fast. Okay, so that's how to add a carousel. It's just a picture slider. And let's see how we can add a footer. Now in the official documentation in getbootstrap.com, okay, so we can in the official documentation, like I was saying, Bootstrap does not have a footer. So if we were to search for footer here, we won't be getting a footer. So Bootstrap does not have an official footer template, but I've indicated here in the txt file a certain website we can get Bootstrap template. We can build on ourselves, but to save time, we can go to this website, mbbootstrap.com, and we can search. I've also indicated it here. We can search for footer generator or simply footer, but I like to use this footer generator. So we paste this and this comes up. We can simply copy this code and we can get to the footer. I can say footer begins here. Footer ends here. Okay, so I paste this code and everything should be working in our website. So you can see we have a footer now. You can change this to anything of your choice. You can put a privacy policy. You can put anything. You can even delete this out. Okay, so we can change this to maybe the name of any website we want. So I can say nature.com. Okay, it's just a dummy website, and we can change this to 2024, and we'll refresh. Everything should be fine. Okay, this is 2024, so you can customize this to your choice, but you can see how fast we've been able to build. And the good thing about Bootstrap is that it's fully responsive, so we don't even need to use the media query. Everything is just set in place. More we can, even the footer also is fully responsive, so it saves us a lot of time, and it's going to save you a lot of time as a professional developer or as a beginner developer. Though I'll advise people to code as much as they can, but this is also very good way to start building, knowing the building blocks. So we have been able to save a lot of time using Bootstrap, and we'll go to the next thing. So now in Bootstrap, I want to talk about columns. In Bootstrap, there are 12 invincible columns on the screen. Okay, so let me just put this here, header carousel, under the carousel, can we put this here? Okay, carousel ends. So we can see the importance of using comments. Okay, so I can say I can call these columns. Okay, I'll say column ends, or column ends. So in Bootstrap, like I said, there are 12 invincible screens. Okay, so before we address, or before we add a column, we need to add a row. So we can say dot row, for example. Okay, and we can now add the columns. So I can say dot call to add a column. I can say hello there. All right, and now in this columns we can add what we want. I can say the bg color of let's say black, I would say dark, and I can say text color of white, warning, which is yellow. So I go back and we can see, so it has used the full column size here because I've not fully indicated. Okay, let me just give this a padding. Let me say P5. Oh, sorry about that. Let me put the padding in our column P5. so it's working. So I just put it so that it's going to be a little bit visible. So, and it's like I said, in Bootstrap there are 12 invincible columns. Okay, so if we wanted to put um, this column into halfway here, this is a row and these are columns, so this is just one column. If we want to put this column into halfway here, we can simply use a call, and we can use 6 out of the 12 columns. Okay, so we'll refresh this and you can see it has been divided into 6 columns. Okay, we can even use 3 out of the 12 columns and we'll refresh. So we have 3 different columns here. Okay, so we can use 8, but we can't use more than 12. Okay, 12 is the maximum. It's going to be relevant using 12. Okay, so we can use 8. We then also in Bootstrap there are about 4 different or 3 different screen sizes. I think there are about 3 different screen sizes, so I can say screen sizes. So we can say SM, small screen. All right, so we can say MD, which is for medium screen, medium screen. Okay, then we can say LG, which is for large screens, large screens. Okay, and we can say XL, which is for extra large screens. Okay, so I'll be using this last one, but I'll be using these 3. Okay, so we can change the dynamics of how we want this column to look like in all our screen sizes. So I think it's pretty much the same thing. This is still 8. So if I wanted this to be full 12 columns in the smaller screen, this is the smaller screen, I can put something here and I can say call Okay, so if we wanted to use change the column size, I think by default um, on the large screen should be default by 12, but we can just add 12 here. So if we wanted to change the column size on the smaller screen or in the medium screen, we can simply add col sm. Let's say on the smaller screen we want to add just 8 columns. Okay, refresh this. Alright, so smaller screen. Let me remove this and see. Okay, it's working quite well. This is for code 12. So on the let's say on the medium screen, I can say code. Remember, medium screen is MD here. I want to put let's say 8 columns. On the smaller screen, I can say code SM. Let's say I want to put just 3, for example. So now I've put a class name to indicate on the smaller screen I want 3 columns. On the medium screen, which is like a tablet, I want 8 columns. So let's take a look. So on the medium screen, we have on the small screen now we have 3 columns, and on the medium screen we have 8 columns, and on the larger screen we should have more than 8 columns. So we can also add this extra large, so we can say col XL, and I want the full 12 columns. Okay, because the computer here can be reading my laptop as a medium screen. Okay, so those are the four screen sizes used in Bootstrap. Okay, so in case you want to adjust the width or whatever, you can also add a CSS in case it's quite confusing, but this is how to use the screen sizes, okay, across Bootstrap. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is how to add the forms. Okay, so forms are going to take us a lot of time to build, to code, to adjust across screen sizes, but with Bootstrap we can do that quite easily. Alright, so we head over to the card, of course, the documentation, sorry, and we head over to search and we say forms. We can say forms, form text or form layout. Okay, so we say form layout, form grid. So we can choose this. This is quite complex, but we can choose this. We copy this and we add forms, and form and here. Okay, so we add the form. You can see everything is being adjusted according to screen size here. So I believe you guys fully understand the default code here. Okay. Okay, so we go head back to the code, the browser, sorry, and refresh this, and you can see our forms have emerged. Okay, so I don't even like how it's looking. I need to add some padding on the horizontal part of it. So we can go to the form. Since we know how to add padding now, we can say P5. This will give it enough padding across the horizontal. Okay, so we have some spaces around it, and we can add a title here. We can say H2 thereabout. We can say contact us, right? So the most important thing is how to use Bootstrap very well, not just copying the code. We can align the text to center and to center, and we can give it a text color of text. Let's say I want to give it a text color of red. We can say danger, right? So it's not just copying the code or the layout. You need to know how to customize Bootstrap to your taste. Okay, so we have a working contact form here, and you can see how fast we're able to get this contact form right in place. Okay, I won't be talking about the functionality, but just the styling. So next thing I want to be talking about is how to use what we call accordions. So accordions are like FAQs, frequent asked questions on a website, and we can simply search for the accordions here. And oh, sorry, the network is quite slow. So I can search for accordions here. Oh, how it works. Okay, I'm searching for accordions. I can simply come here and go to component. I think this is the very first thing. We click on accordions and we can see a different style. So I'll just be using the first one here. I copy the code. I go head back to our HTML. I can say accordions again. Accordions and okay. and I paste this, and I go back, everything should be in place. So this is mostly used for FAQ. So take example, I want to add a FAQ to this website, and the accordion here, accordion, whatever name you want to give it. I can add a h3, say .h3, and I give it a uniform of our contract. I can say FAQ. Oh, sorry, danger. I think so. And I can call this FAQ. I can say free frequent asked questions. Okay, so I head back. I think this should be let me put this to the center. Text center. Okay, and I'll give it a padding of let's say P5. So it should be in line with sorry, px, which is for the horizontal, px5. So it should be in line with I can simply that was a mistake. I was supposed to put it here. So it's a px5. So it should work now. Okay, yes, it has worked. So we can see how much we can build faster, and I can add something here. You can add what you want. This is for item 1. I can say how to make a payment, and I can come here and put something. I can say strong code. Okay, I can say to make a payment, simply go to contact page to payment page, or send a message to admin at nature. Remember, this is just a dummy website.com. Okay, so this should reflect. All right, so to make a payment, you can mess around, add what you want here, and it's also fully responsive. Okay, so you can see how much you have built a website in just a very short amount of time. So Bootstrap, it's very rich in its resources. I think I can't cover everything, but this is what you can use to get started in Bootstrap. Last one, let me just talk about this off canvas. So I want to add, let's say, a Canva. I can search for off canvas. This is 5.2. I can search for Canva. Okay, that's it. Off canvas, and you can search for basically any design here. Enable scrolling. Okay, let me use this. So Canva is just to give your website some animation and or a sidebar menu or whatever you want to call it. Let's say carousel begin. Let me put it right under here, and I can call this carousel begins, carousel ends. So I can say end of canvas. Okay, so canvas begin. Okay, so you can say, okay, I can call this quick menu. Right, and I go back, I head back, I refresh this. So I can call this quick menu. So we can see we can add anything we want here, another menu, whatever we want. So whatever you want to use it for, this is what we can use the Canva for. Okay, so there are a lot of things in Bootstrap. You can add certain things, you can add spinners, you can add certain things. So everything is available in the documentation in Bootstrap. Everything is very much available here. So you can add accordion. Okay, we've already done that. You can add a lot. You can add whatever you want. Okay, so search through the documentation and you know just go through everything. So I'll be ending our Bootstrap tutorial here, but within the few minutes we'll be able to build this. Okay, it should have taken us hours or a significant amount of time to come up with this. So building a Bootstrap website, building website with Bootstrap would make your life quite easy as a developer, and also you would be able to do more, build more websites. So the most important thing, you understand the basics of Bootstrap and know how to add border, know how to add margin, padding, colors, font weights, display, and the rest of them. So everything is available on getbootstrap.com. This is the latest version. There are other versions of Bootstrap, but I prefer to work with the latest version. So you can scroll down to even the Bootstrap 2. Okay, you can go to Bootstrap 4. Okay, so I prefer you work with the latest version of Bootstrap. Okay, I think it supports more browsers. The older version support more browsers, but these ones have more beautiful designs. Okay, so I'll be ending our Bootstrap class, our Bootstrap tutorials here. I hope this tutorial has been able to impact you on how to go about Bootstrap. I'll prefer if you don't really understand how to add the text color, text menu, background color, and the rest. So watch the first part of our tutorial and you get acquainted with Bootstrap. Thank you, and see you in the next video.